Good morning, my dear friends. In my first lecture, you have already watched the gist of the story, The Death of a Clerk. Now, in the second lecture, I would like to work out the exercises for you so that you can easily answer the questions in the exercises that follows the lesson Death of a Clerk. Now let's look into the comprehension questions first. As we have already seen that in the lessons there are many comprehension questions, but in this lesson you have only 3 questions for your comprehension answers. The first question is, you have to write about the summary of the story. As you have already listened to my talk in the previous video, I think it won't be difficult for you to write a summary of the story. Still then, I just summarize the story briefly for you. The story is by Anton Chekhov, a very famous Russian short story writer. The story revolves around the main character, Ivan Chervakov. Chervakov is an excellent clerk. In one excellent evening, he was sitting there in the theatre Arcadia. He was sitting on the second row of the stall and enjoying the opera with the opera glasses on. But all of a sudden, he sneezed. And he sneezed on the head of the man who is just sitting in front of him. But he was not embarrassed, like all we people. But because he is an excellent man, a well-bred man, he looks around to find out if his sneezing has disturbed anyone around him. What he found is, he has sneezed on the man sitting in front of him is none other than the civil general Brizilov. So now he is embarrassed. So he wanted to apologize. He just whispered to the general for the apology, but that man was so engrossed listening the opera that he didn't pay any heed to him. So in the interval he again tries to apologize, but for no avail. Then Chervakov comes home. He narrates the incident to his wife. His wife listened to the story with undue levity. But when she came to know that the old man was the civil general Brizilov, then she was afraid of the things to happen afterwards. Then she suggested that he should have apologized. So next day, Chervakov again went to his office to apologize, but the old man was not to listen to him. So he comes back unsuccessfully. Then next day, he again decides to go there because he couldn't write a letter according to his plan that he will write a letter of apology to the general. So he reaches there the office. He wants to apologize, but this time the old man just shouted at him. Chervakov writes, he just barked at him. So the shouting of the general breaks the heart of the clerk Chervakov. He comes back home mechanically, sits there on the sofa and dies. So that is the anticlimax rather. Because of a small incident like sneezing, the clerk dies there. So this is the story. In the way, if you go through the textbook, I hope you can prepare a much better summary for that. So that is the first question. Second question says, considering yourself as the clerk, narrate the story from your own side. As you write the summary for the first question, this question is, you have to write it in the first person. That I am Chervakov, I had been to the theatre Arcadia, and there I was enjoying the opera. I was thinking myself to be the happiest man in the world, etc., etc. That means the same story is to be narrated in the first person. In the place of Chervakov, you have to write I. That means you are narrating the story, you are Chervakov. So that's what you have to remember for the second question. The third question is about the ending. Do you think the end of the story is a proper one? If you say yes, then you give your reasons that actually Chervakov wants to impress the readers with this anticlimax because he has carved out a story from this small incident. So that's what you have to support your answer as a proper ending. If you don't think it's an ending which is not proper, then you have to give the reason and you have to write some other way how the story should have been ended. So these are the three questions. I hope you can answer these three essay type questions for your comprehension questions. Now the next part of your exercise is the vocabulary questions. You see, vocabulary happens to be the very strong part in your English grammar. If you have good vocabulary, I think you can write properly, you can understand the lessons properly, and you can also speak properly if you have got very good knowledge of English words. Now in this vocabulary section, the part 1 is about the matching the column. I just briefly tell you the answers. For the word mortals, the answer will be people liable to death. Embarrassment is the confusion. Incommode, inconvenience anyone. Cranium is the hard part of the head enclosing the brain. Levity is lack of respect. Pursue is follow. So these are the words with their matching words. Now in the next section, in vocabulary section, there is the fill in the blanks. 5 sentences there and with blanks. So the first question will take the word sneeze. Listen carefully. The second one will take incommodate. Third one's answer is devoured. Fourth one is ungentlemanly. And the fifth one is ventured. Okay, in the next part of your vocabulary section, you are given some words which can be used both as nouns and verbs. The first word is double. If you want to use it as a verb, you can write the population doubled within 50 years. If you use it as a noun, you can say he hit a double to the deep long on of the field. So in this way you can write as a noun, as a verb. Similarly, the word stage. Stage can be used as a noun. Just you can say that Abhishek is performing on the stage. This is used as a noun. If you use it as a verb, students have staged the play beautifully in our college. Next word is spit. We should not spit in the public places. That is the verb. Corona can spread through spit of the patient. Here it is used as a noun. Conduct. His conduct is not good. Used as a noun. He conducted the program very well. Used as a verb. Alarm. The spread of corona is an alarm for the developed countries. Used as a noun. Who has alarmed the nations about the coronavirus? It's a question, but here it is used as a verb. Word. One should know how to use right word in the right place. Used as a noun. Chervakov couldn't word the letter. So here it is used as a verb. Now the last word is home. This is my home. You can say this is used as a noun. As a verb, the big tree homes many variety of birds. That's used as the verb. In the next section of the vocabulary exercise, there are some 10 sentences given with blanks, and you are to use the word given in the bracket as noun form. Generally the verb forms are given, you have to use the noun form. So I'll just tell you the word given there in the bracket and I'll tell you the noun form. So the first one is advise, the verb. So the noun form will be advise. Simply you strike out S and put C there. Second one is practice. Now it will be practice. Third one is license with S. Now it will be license with C. Fourth one is prophecy, SY, and the noun will be prophecy ending with CY. Fifth one is choose, the verb, and the noun will be choice. Next one is behave, the verb, and the noun will be behavior. Next one is complain, so the answer is complaint. Next one is the answer is error. Next one is lose, but the answer will be loss. And the last one is grow, and the noun for grow will be growth. Now the last section in the vocabulary exercises is about some negative prefixes. As you know, affixation is the way to make new words by using prefixes and suffixes. So here in your exercise, this is about some negative prefixes. For example, un, non, in, dis, de, miss, and man. So you can see how they can make negative words from the root word. For example, kind becomes unkind, broken becomes unbroken, vegetarian becomes non-vegetarian, stop becomes non-stop, attentive becomes inattentive, appear becomes disappear, interested becomes disinterested, form becomes deform, management becomes mismanagement, and function can be made as malfunction. Now the exercise there about the negative prefixes are the words given are comfortable chair, so that will be uncomfortable chair. Lucky accident becomes unlucky accident. Believable story, unbelievable story. Approve of someone becomes disapprove of someone. Possible plan becomes impossible plan. Curable illness becomes incurable illness. Logical answer becomes illogical answer. Expensive present can be made inexpensive present. Polite letter becomes impolite letter. Legible handwriting can be converted to illegible handwriting. Non-members can be used as a negative as non-members. Rust agent can be non-rust agent. Legal business deal can be changed into illegal business deal. Replaceable work of art can be changed into irreplaceable work of art. So we finish this lecture on this point of exercise where we have finished with the vocabulary exercise. In my next video, rather the last one for the lesson, I would discuss about the grammar exercise in the lesson Death of a Clerk. Hope this video will help you out to answer your vocabulary questions given there in the exercise, and along with that you can also prepare your comprehension questions, the essay type questions given in the lesson. Wish you all the best. Thank you.